there, my name is Miss Connor and welcome to my back to school night presentation. This is for any families who were unable to attend our Zoom back to school night on August 7th and for any families that just wanted to re-listen to the presentation just in case they missed anything the first time around. About me, this is my 15th year teaching first grade at Sundown Elementary and I truly love what I do. I received my bachelor's in liberal studies from Cal State Bakersfield as well as my multiple subject teaching credential. And I also have a second bachelor's degree in communication disorders and deaf studies from Utah State University. Now, what to expect this year? Obviously, there are many new and different challenges ahead of us. Not only is your child entering first grade, which is exciting and new, but also faced with distance learning. Due to this, our year will look a little different than it normally does. And in the next few slides, I'm going to try to lay out the upcoming year as thoroughly as possible. This is a sample of our distance learning daily schedule. Every week at 7:30 a.m. I will post the week's assignments in Google Classroom. So it's important to make sure to get your child signed up for Google Classroom. Monday through Friday, I will have live Zoom sessions from 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. During these live Zoom sessions, we will have language arts, math, some days we'll have social studies and or science, and we will also have art and assessments, typically on Friday. There is an hour lunch time from 11 to 12, and then from 9:30 a.m. to 1:55 p.m., those will be my office hours where I am here and able to communicate with any families that need any help, whether it's on an assignment or going over any other questions or concerns that your child may be having. Homework. During the beginning of the year, I will be assigning homework that you will find in Google Classroom. Students will be expected to complete the homework on a weekly basis. I've kept the homework as basic as possible, including 15 minutes of nightly reading, nightly fluency practice, spelling sight word practice, and math pages. My behavior policy, simply put, every child is expected to behave and act in such a way that they enable themselves and others to learn. If your child is not following directions or listening during our live Zoom class sessions, they will be placed in the waiting room and then they will be allowed back in when they are able and ready to learn. I also will be using ClassDojo to communicate your child's daily behavior and updates to families as well. Fluency and rainbow words, you'll find both of these things in the weekly homework. Fluency will be a timed reading. You will time your child for 1 minute and you will record how many words they read correctly in a minute's time, and they will do this twice each night. Listed underneath that, those are the words correct per minute that your child should be able to read by the end of each quarter. So by the end of quarter 4, your child should be able to read 60 words correctly in a minute's time. Also on here are the rainbow words, and those will be the sight words for the week. And so it's just important that your child practices these words every night. Zoom, as I mentioned before, we will be holding class daily via Zoom. I will be taking attendance daily and lunch count. Your child is expected to log on each and every day through the given Zoom link and remain an active participant in our classroom during that Zoom time. We will be learning in real time, doing our work together, and experiencing first grade as closely as possible as to what we would be doing during normal times. I will be giving screen breaks that will be built into our daily time together. And those Zoom links will be found in our Google Classroom page under the Classwork tab under the title Distance Learning Schedule. It is important that during our daily live Zoom sessions that you do not sit right next to your child, because your child will rely on you to do the work for them instead of building the independence that is so vital in first grade. Of course, you can periodically check in with your child to see that he or she is on task and focused, but please do not plan to be there every minute of the day. It is also important to set up a clean workspace for your child when they Zoom with us. This should be at a desk or a table and preferably not on a bed. And I know this may be a challenge in some situations, so please try the best that you can. And if at all possible, having headphones for your child to help cut down on distractions. This is just going over the district adopted curriculum that we have. Language Arts is the Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Journeys adoption, and it's a rigorous and challenging language arts program that is designed to build your child's knowledge and word skills, reading comprehension, spelling, grammar, and writing. Currently our math adoption is McGraw-Hill, the My Math program, which is rooted in the Common Core standards. And this just goes over our other two subjects, science and social studies, which we both have Pearson for the district adopted curriculum for both science and social studies. Assessments, we have 3 different types of assessments that we will be doing in this classroom. We have district-wide, and we will, within the first few weeks of school, be having a district-wide NWEA assessment. And this assessment is designed to determine your child's academic skill level, and it'll be used to help aid in my overall instruction for your child. And you will be receiving a letter explaining more about the NWEA assessment, so please be on the lookout for that within the next few weeks. We also will be having formal classroom assessment in the form of weekly math quizzes, spelling pattern tests, and reading comprehension tests. How this will look for distance learning, I'm still trying to navigate. It definitely will be a learning process for all parties involved. And I also will be having informal observation, and that's just where I assess your child's progress daily, and that's going to be through our live Zoom sessions based off of my teacher observations. It will help me determine your child's specific needs on a daily basis, and it'll allow me to adjust my instruction to meet his or her needs. Starting in September, the schedule will change a bit because I want to incorporate small group time Zoom sessions. It's going to take me a couple weeks to get to that point. My plan is to begin doing those small group sessions after Labor Day, once I get to know your child more and I can figure out what they need in order to be successful, and we'll be working in small Zoom sessions. More to come with that. So rubrics and grading, we are on a rubric system here at the Westside Union School District. 4 is exceeding the standard, 3 standard met, 2 progressing toward the standard, and 1 standard not met. So in this class, we are striving for 3 on each and every assignment. Simply put, that means I'm expecting your child to meet the standard for first grade work. If he or she is doing what is being asked, a 3 will be earned. If they are demonstrating skills that are above and beyond, a 4 will be earned. A 2 will be earned if they're showing that they are progressing towards the standard but haven't quite mastered it yet. And then a 1 would result in from a lack of effort or understanding on the student's part. So the overall goal is to be at that 2, 3, especially more 2s at the start of the school year, because your student is still working towards meeting the standards, because it's all new information for them at the start of the year. Suggested school supplies, I'm hoping you were able to pick up the consumables and other materials that were provided by Sundown Elementary. Hopefully you were able to get your Chromebook. I know that pencils, sharpener, erasers, glue sticks, crayons, scissors, expo marker, and makeshift student whiteboards were also given. So if you didn't get a chance to pick up those materials, I would strongly urge you to contact the school to pick and select a day and time that works for you so you can get those materials that your student will need during distance learning. In bold, I just put up those things that they're probably going to need more of, and also the spiral bound notebook wasn't something provided by the district, and I would love for you to be able to get that for your child, because we will be doing daily journal entries and other writing type class assignments, and it would be much easier just to have it all connected in a spiral bound notebook. And I'm hoping for 2 of those, one for journal, daily journal, and one for our just weekly writing. School to home communication, obviously that's very important even if we were together in a classroom setting, but even more so because we're doing distance learning. It's very important for us to stay connected, to communicate with one another, because our goal is to ensure your child's success for their first grade year. I will be using ClassDojo. I would say that is the best, fastest way to contact me daily, and please be on the lookout for those codes. Google Classroom, we can use that to communicate as well as email. And then of course we have PowerSchool that provides the most up-to-date academic data every week. So this is just a little slide to show you about ClassDojo. If you have a smartphone, please download the Dojo app, or you can go to their website on your computer and sign up through there. This is the steps in order to log into our Google Classroom. I strongly encourage you to do that as soon as possible. That way your student has access to all of the assignments and activities for each week. This is just to remind you again that our first live Zoom session is on Monday, August 10th at 8 a.m., which is the first day of school. Please refer to the distance learning schedule, which is located in our Google Classroom. That will have the link to our Zoom session. And if you have any further questions or concerns, please feel free to email me, t.connor@westside.k12.ca.us. So thank you for your time. Goodbye.